Hi, Chef Allison here. Welcome to the Last Bite Kitchen. This week's good to the last bite vegetable is the parsnip. It's a classic winter vegetable. Again, I've said the past couple of weeks, we're really relying on those cold storage crops that can be picked in the midwinter and then be stored and enjoyed until we start to see those asparagus come up out of the ground. I got these parsnips at Argus Farm Stop. I saw some this morning over at Agricole, and I know they have them all over the place. Local farmers are still pulling these out of their root cellars or even the ground because they actually sweeten as they stay under the frosted ground. So it's a very versatile vegetable. It's shaped like a carrot, obviously, and when you peel it, you reveal a milky white carrot shaped and textured vegetable. It, like all these vegetables, is so versatile. It can be eaten raw, especially the younger ones that are thin. They are more tender. It has a very sweet taste to it, very herbal and aromatic. So you could put it on a box grater and have a couple of cups of it and toss it into a beet salad or a grain salad to add that extra fiber that it has. Or you can roast it, just again, standard roast vegetable. You can boil it with an equal amount of potatoes and puree this silky mash that will provide a very alluring taste, kind of like celeriac does to the mashed potato. And certainly one of my favorites is to make little French fries out of it because it roasts really well. It has, because of that high sugar content, you can get some great caramelization out of it. So I encourage you to pick a few up and experiment with it. But I just wanted to show you one way that I turn the parsnip into a center of the plate meal. And the way I'm going to do that is by making a savory galette. And a galette is just a country rustic pie that is free-formed and does not use a pie dish. In this case, I have just a square of regular pie crust. I can put the recipe if you're interested in the comments. And in the center, I put a mixture of mascarpone cheese, Dijon mustard, Parmesan, and I seasoned it with some cayenne and black pepper. And so what I'm going to do right now is just take some parsnips that I've sliced in parallel slices like this, and I'm going to line them up, and then I'm going to kind of push them down. If you can see this better, the sun isn't really cooperating with me as it sets, like that. And I'm going to do 4 rows of these, and I'm going to kind of put it in the middle and then push it to the side so that it gets that kind of leaning look that's creative. Again, you eat with your eyes first all the time. I'm also just going to alternate the narrow to the wide. One more row. Okay, like this. So the whole point of a galette is that it is rustic. It doesn't have to be purposefully perfect. It's not made in a factory. And then I'm going to drizzle this with just a little bit of olive oil and some sharp cheddar cheese that I'm going to layer on with some chopped walnuts and a little more freshly ground black pepper. And then I'm going to fold up the edges and I'm going to bake it. And when I'm going to pull it out and come back to this video and show you what a delicious but simple and easy savory, this would be a brunch item or a fantastic dinner item with a soup or a salad. So hang on tight and you'll see what it looks like. Okay, so here we are. This galette baked for about 35 minutes. Maybe the first 20 minutes was at 400, and then I turned it down to 375 and let it go another 20. And then I took it off the pan, off the baking sheet, and just let it cool for a few minutes because especially for things with pie crust, the butter in the pie crust makes them really soft when they're hot, and so they need to cool to kind of to solidify. So here's what we have, this cute little square galette, remember layered with some Dijon mascarpone and the parsnips and then cheddar and walnuts on top. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like inside. Right here you can see those parsnips that have kind of steamed and cooked under that cheesy crust. You know, you could do this with any vegetable, certainly, but especially these that pair with other savory, creamy flavors. You can certainly make a gratin out of parsnips, and that's how you know that this is a great vegetable to try in a galette form. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'd love to discuss this recipe and others with you. Send me an email, allison@lastbitechef.com, and I look forward to seeing you next week for the next vegetable. Have a great weekend.